Harihi Om, my dear holy souls, this is Mata Anantananda, Sri Sadguru Shivarama Avadhuta Ashramam, Kambaram village, Kannur district, Andhra Pradesh state from Bharat, that is India. Under the caption of Wonderful Indian Folk Stories, we are enjoying the adventurous and wonderful stories of Bhatti and Vikramaditya, the historical personalities of ancient India. In that the current video is 45th one. This is that of Ratnavati's story, Betal's question, and Vikramaditya's answer. Main incidents in this story are: the thief, while undergoing death punishment, he laughed loud and then cried out. Ratnavati determined him as her husband and efforted to live the life and prayed to goddess Kali. With Kali's boon, the story ends as everybody felt happy. The outcoming skills from this story: if we have determination, we can get success in spite of several difficulties. If we secure Mother Kali's affection, then there won't be any sorrow to us. This is the moral. And okay, let us enter and enjoy the story. Like that, along with the procession, Ratnavati also had reached the burial ground, and the soldiers had dragged the Kalkeya to that burial ground, and in front of that wooden plank on which he had to keep his head, and the soldiers had to cut off. And along with these two, so many city residents and the public, and Veerakesha and his wife, the parents of Ratnavati, also reached there, and everybody was watching keenly. And Veerakesha and his wife was wiping like anything, and Ratnavati, she was crying loudly and urging the soldiers to leave Kalakeya. But they paid deaf ear. And then they prepared Kalakeya as per the tradition before the punishment implementation. Then they kept him in front of, very close to that wooden plank, and told him, oh, the thief, Mr. Thief and Kalakeya, these are the last minutes in your life. If you want to pray to God, you can. If you want to say anything, you can. But prepare yourself to get the death. They said like that. And then Kalakeya had watched around. All the public were silent and they were eager to watch, because though he was a criminal, but it was very dreadful death implementation, punishments implementation. That's why everybody was with a little bit frightfulness. They were waiting with eager. Then Kalakeya had watched Ratnavati, and he laughed aloud. And then in the next moment, he cried aloud. And then he kept his head on the plank, and the soldiers, within a moment, they cut off the head, and the head of Kalakeya had rollen just outside, and there was the fountain of blood. Everybody was silent, including Ratnavati. And the next moment, Ratnavati cried out like anything, and then she said, by looking into the sky, saying like this, oh, Mom, Mother, Goddess Kali, my parents used to tell me that I born with your boon since my childhood, but now my fate had turned like this. Though my marriage was not performed with this thief Kalakeya, but psychologically I had taken him, accepted him as my husband. That's why psychologically our marriage was over. So that now I'm his wife and he is my husband. When husband had died, a wife like myself won't like to live further. That's why I want to die along with him. as a Sahagamanam, Sati Sahagamanam, you please accept my death also. By saying like this, and she turned towards her father, Verakesha, and said, "Oh father, you loved me and you brought up me with great affection, but my fate is like that. I want to do the Sati Sahagamanam. That's why please arrange the fire on which the corpus of my husband will burn. I also enter into the same fire. You know the tradition. Please arrange for it. Otherwise, I won't come to house and I won't lead my life. You please do it. At least make me happy." And with very great grievance, along with the help of the soldiers, Verakesha had arranged the fire with wooden logs like that. And they kept the corpus of Kalakeya, and they kept the head also in the right manner to the body of the corpus. And then Ratnavati had taken 3 holy rounds around the fireplace, and by saying, "Oh goddess Kali Mata, accept my death," by saying like that, she entered into the fire. Body was burning, everybody was watching. It was terrific silence there. Just within few seconds, there happened a miracle. The fire had turned as a garlands of jasmines like that. And people, they were not able to watch the darshan of Mother Goddess Kali, but they were able to hear her voice. But Ratnavati was able to see Goddess Kali Mata's shape, and able to hear the voice also. Mother Goddess Kali said like this, "Oh Ratnavati, you are really adventurous, and I am very pleased about your determination. Though it is your marriage was not performed as per the Shastras, but psychologically you were bonded with him, and you determined about the bondage also, about your determination and the strong will. I'm very pleased about you. Ask any boon. I'm ready to give it to you." Then Ratnavati, with great devotion and with great happiness, she put namaskar to Goddess and said, "Oh mother, I request you to give life to my husband, except that I won't have any other desire." Then Mother Goddess Kali, with a pleasant smile, she said, "Tadhastu. And one more boon I am giving to you. Your husband will turn into a righteous person and an adventurous person. He will give it up his thief nature and the bad nature, sinful nature. So live long time with happiness and have nice children and be long life." She said like that, and she had disappeared from there. Then everybody felt happy, and Verakesha had and his wife ran towards the new couple, towards their daughter Ratnavati, and they hugged her, and everybody was praising them. And this news was reached to Dharmadhwaja, the king. He felt very wonder, and he felt very somewhat happy also regarding Ratnavati, and he felt some repentance that he suspected Verakesha, the father of Ratnavati, so that he had immediately had reached the burial ground, and he expressed his sorry to Verakesha. Then Verakesha said, Dharmadhwaja said, "Mr. Verakesha, I'm sorry that I have suspected you as co-thief to this Kalakeya. It is my right. It is my rightfulness also. It is my responsibility to suspect like that as a king. Don't think otherwise." Then Verakesha expressed his gratitude to gratefulness to Dharmadhwaja, the king, and said, "Oh, my dear king, your majesty, there is nothing wrong. I am not feeling anything about." about it. But with the grace of goddess Durga, Kali, everything was ended with happy. I'm feeling very happy. He said like that. Then Dharmadhwaja turned towards Ratnavati and admired her and said, "Oh girl, you had fame and you had given the respect and fame also to our city. I'm very proud of you. And now you got the grace of goddess Kali, and she blessed you, and she said that your husband's mindset was changed as towards the rightfulness, so that I am appointing him as the army chief happily. So come to the palace and let us perform the ceremony." Then everybody had left to their residences, and Veerakesha on one occasional day he performed the marriage of Ratnavati and Kalakeya. On another day, the king Dharmadhwaja had appointed him as the army chief. Everybody was happy. By concluding the story like this, Bhetala asked Vikramaditya, "Oh Vikramaditya, the great emperor, now answer to my question. Being known, if you don't give the answer, your head will break into 1,000 pieces. If you break the silence, I won't subjugate to you. You know the condition, but you have no alternate except answering to my question. Now, listen the question. Just before death, why the thief Kalakeya had laughed loudly, and in an immediate second, why he cried aloud? Let me know the answer." By laughing loudly, Vikramaditya said, "Bhetala, first of all, I must be thankful to you for the nice story and the wonderful story. Now, okay, let me give the answer. Just before death, Kalakeya, by watching Ratnavati, such a beautiful girl, and come from a respectable family, rich, fame in the society, without knowing the face even before, she loved him and wanted to marry him and efforted for it. By watching such fate, the surprising fate, the thief felt very wonder and very surprised. That's why he laughed aloud. And in the immediate second, he thought, by marrying such beautiful girl from such a respectable and rich fame family to lead the life, he had no opportunity in the life. By thinking such grievance, he cried aloud. That's all, nothing else. By clapping his hands, Bhetala accepted that answer but disappeared from the shoulder of Vikramaditya. And again Vikramaditya had reached the burial ground and climbed up the fire tree of the forest and brought down the corpus of Bhetala and kept it on the shoulder. And again he started to walk towards Brihadaranya. What will be the next story? Let us enjoy in the coming up video. Harihi Om. Thank you for watching.